Masha's Tales.
Hello!
I'm Masha, on the S-Channel Masha and the Bear. Today Masha's Tales, the Little Red Riding Hood and the Gingerbread Man in Avatar World.
Oh, how I love to go visit Bear at his home. I'll take you with me one day. But for now, let me tell you a very scary fairy tale about guests. Once upon a time, there was a girl and her name was Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood.
She used to wear the riding hood at some point, but now she just wore a red hat in the winter and even in the summer. One day, her mother asked her to go visit her sickly grandmother and take her some tasty goodies. So the girl took her basket with the meat pies and went on her way. She was walking along the path in the forest, and the meat pies were smelling so good that the girl said to herself, "I'll just sit nearby and I'll eat one pie." Just then, someone or something rolled by her and then boom and right into the tree. Guess who it was? It was Gingerbread Head. He sat there shaking his head. Well, he was shaking it all over because it was all Gingy had. No legs, no arms. Red Riding Hood picked him up, and Gingerbread Head said just like a human, "Please don't eat me, little girl, and I will sing you a song." "Why would anyone want to eat you? You've been rolling over dirty roads in the forest. I'd better take you to my grandmother. Maybe she'll have some use for you." Red Riding Hood dusted Gingerbread Head off and put him in the basket. Big Bad Wolf, who was hiding in the bushes nearby, heard everything. He decided to eat all of them, Hoodie, Granny, and even Dirty Gingy. Grandmother was at home in bed feeling sickly. She was very surprised when someone knocked on her door. "Who's there?" asked Grandmother. "It's your granddaughter, Red Riding Hood. I've come to visit you, Grandmother," roared Big Bad Wolf. "Oh, my poor granddaughter is probably also sick. Her voice is usually so sweet, but now it's so hoarse." That's what Grandmother saw, and then she said, "Just pull the cord by the door, dear girl, and then the door will open." That's what the wolf did. The door opened, and what happened next was terrible. Big Bad Wolf gobbled up Grandmother all at once and spit out her glasses and bonnet. Big Bad Wolf licked his lips and got ready for Red Riding Hood. He pretended to be her sickly grandmother, got in her bed, covered himself with a blanket, put on her bonnet, stuck her glasses on his nose, and then heard the knock on the door. "Who's there?" asked Big Bad Wolf. "It's your granddaughter, Red Riding Hood. I've come to visit you." "Just pull the cord by the door and the door will open," said Big Bad Wolf Grandmother. The girl came in and put the basket with Gingerbread Head on the floor. When she saw her grandmother, she couldn't believe her eyes. The old lady looked really sickening. Her face had gotten all dark and was covered with funny fur. Red Riding Hood sat down on the little chair and said, "Grandmother dear, what happened to you? What big hands you have." "The better to hug you with, my adorable little girl." Big Bad Wolf smiled very wide. "Grandmother dear, what big teeth you have." "The better to eat you with," roared Big Bad Wolf and swallowed Red Riding Hood. Gingerbread Head got really scared and screamed very loudly. He jumped up from the basket and Big Bad Wolf caught him like a ball and gobbled him up too. Big Bad Wolf was lying in bed crying and not moving. He ate a bunch of people and a pastry. It's no wonder he had such a bad stomach ache. His belly swelled up like a balloon. It got very big and round, then boom, it burst. Everyone jumped out, Hoodie, Granny, and of course Gingy. Grandmother and granddaughter were jumping up and down with joy, and Gingerbread Head rolled up to the window, jumped up on it, and ran away. He was rolling down the trail in the forest and met Sly Fox. Gingerbread Head sang his usual song to Sly Fox, but Fox told him, "I am so old I can't hear you well. If you come and sit on my snout, I'll hear what you're talking about." Gingerbread Head jumped on Sly Fox's snout and sang. The fox opened her mouth. Boom, she ate him. That's a lesson for Gingerbread Head. You're eaten before, weren't you? Why are you jumping on the snout of some fox you don't know? It's a lesson for Red Riding Hood. You can't tell strangers you meet in the forest where you are going. But the main thing is, you must visit your relatives often. If you see a wolf, you will know that's not your grandmother.
Subscribe to my channel.
Bye.